So let's start this second event of the action here at the Sam Houston Coliseum tonight and of your portion of the televised part of Houston Wrestling. And you are looking at the bearded face of Lord Jonathan Boyd, who hails from Sydney, Australia, and is well known along the Woolloomooloo River. But he is up against a man who knows his tricks and who has likewise wrestled down under, Nick Kozak. So with Lord Jonathan Boyd caught in an arm bar, and Nick knows how to use it. What he's doing, of course, is to hit up underneath that armpit, drive that arm up there, and it affects the entire arm and the shoulder, and that's what he's after. So we have Jonathan Boyd, who tried to turn the tables on Irish Danny McShane that time and didn't quite make it, and McShane made him break the hold. On our side, we see the choke. McShane is examining the insignificant danger being done in the back by Boyd, who is distracting the referee purposely, and trick McShane used many times in his own career. He may have been the man who invented it, as he invented a great many things during the years he spent in wrestling. Standing arm lock now for Nick Kozak. This match, one fall, 15 minutes or less, and there's not too much hair there on Nick, but there was enough of it for Jonathan Boyd to grab, and grab it he did. There is the pounding on the shoulder, which is not what Kozak was doing. Kozak was using a scientific approach of hitting up and turning it into an arm bar. Boyd was using a mauling approach, hitting at the deltoid muscle and the back part of the arm so that he could weaken it and force Nick into an uncomfortable compromise. Head scissor is the hold. Boyd trying to keep Nick with his nose to the canvas, and Nick comes out nicely. When you come out nicely, it's a shame to have it wasted by not being able to follow up. And in this instant, Nick was unable to capitalize on what he did. McShane suspects, and he saw it, I think. He called for the break at least, so that's tantamount to seeing it. Here comes the hard swinging and hard hitting effort of Jonathan Boyd, and he's a tough customer. McShane didn't see it, and he's trying to get a confession out of Boyd. He might as well try doing it to a kangaroo. I doubt seriously if Boyd was going to admit anything. Japanese arm lock, and Boyd is holding it, pouring it on there and doing it well. Here's Nick fighting his way up, and he has the shoulders fairly well pinned for a moment there, but moments are not counts of 1, 2, 3. The crowd here doing the refereeing for McShane and telling him double wrist lock is what Boyd is holding, and Nick is looking around for a way out, some way that he can move without destroying his own grip. I'll tell you one thing, Boyd can keep you busy at both ends. Nick swinging around there with a partly legal blow. He missed with the fist and hit with the forearm. And here now at the 5-minute mark, Nick catches Boyd retreating, and the 20 count starts as Boyd hits the floor, and Kozak doesn't follow him. So that leaves Nick in a better position. He can benefit by the count. Boyd now outside watching Kozak carefully, and we better watch out because Boyd, as you can tell, has his symbol of Australia behind him, and I don't think he intends to play Waltzing Matilda. He dropped it down there. Beautiful piece of wood, but well, this one won't boomerang, I'll tell you. And Kozak's ready to play the game. Oh, man. You talk about a sound that could be heard from here to down under. That was it. On top, Nick Kozak. And Boyd seeks shelter out there. He's half in and half out, but the half of him that's out can get this hole broken in a hurry. Oh, he laid it in there and laid it in there solidly. Boyd's trying to disarm him psychologically here. Just keep everybody quiet if he can and talk his way out of it, and then make his attack. Nick's inviting Boyd to step in. He's giving him full invitation, but you can see what's happening as Boyd approaches. He wants Nick to call off all hostilities. Would you shake hands with that man? He's persistent. And Nick shook hands, there's no question about it. And he's giving Boyd the kind of punishment Boyd would have given him if he had the opportunity. So Kozak in, Kozak on top. There's one, there's two, there is 2.5, but that foot on the rope is what caused the break. Kozak has been ripped across the face, and there's more punishment up around the nose and the eyes as Boyd comes in there and crowds him. You saw the thumb. It disappeared and went underneath Nick's chin and into the throat. And now, if you think there's no science to hitting a man on the back of the neck, you've made a mistake. The science of the rabbit punch is one of the oldest of the sciences covering blows. So Boyd, irritated by the fact that the fans are trying to boost Nick's morale, they're trying to egg him into retaliation, and he strives for it, and he throws it again, and he throws it again. So Kozak is on top, but he hasn't got room enough to make the pin. He's got to give him a chance to get up, but he's reluctant. And that can smart. It is smart too. So the give and take 10 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes remain in this match. And the Australian is trying to bust Nick open, as we say in the trade. He's trying to knock his eye open because this is a discouraging tactic. And Nick is giving as good as he's getting, and that's what counts. He's trying to set Boyd up. He's looking for his target, and he found it. Here's Nick outside to make the most of it and to crowd into Lord Jonathan Boyd. He's coming at the ring post. Whoa! He was coming right at us here. I could see that head of Jonathan Boyd lined up with that ring post, and all of a sudden, he pushed Nick ahead of him, and Nick came in his place and smashed into this ring post right here, and Nick hit with his shoulder and hit hard. Hit hard. That ring post is solid and heavy and steel, and Boyd is trying to make sure that Nick doesn't recover from the punishment of that sudden impact against the ring post. And he took his head along with him when he did that. Now there's something you don't see all the time. There's one, there's two, there is three, and this fall goes to Lord Jonathan Boyd, a royal kangaroo from Sydney, Australia. He's the winner.